check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4FAP links you could ever need, all in one place. You can provide feedback, listen, support, share, enjoy these. We have our Patreon there. You can buy us a beer or a coffee. You can check out our Instagrams, our Twitters, our Facebooks. Check out our YouTube page. You can email us. You can listen to our podcasts on Patreon, if you're a subscriber, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, on Podbean. We have Google Podcasts on there. We have an Amazon wish list. You want to buy Kyle and I something? Fine. You can do that here. We appreciate it. We have Kyle's RPG podcast listed on there, so you can check out his Dork Day Afternoon offerings. We have Cowabunga links, so you can check out the Cowabunga Deep Discount FOC and pre-order list. Get on that. That's RLCS, so you can check that out as well. And we want to just give you opportunities to say hi, to check out what we're doing, support us if you would like, or just listen. Check out beacons.ai/comicsfunprofit for all the C4FAP links you could ever need. Thanks. Back to the show.
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 869. Comics originally releasing 12/12 and 12/23 as we come to the end of this year, at the end of 2023. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, thank you for not releasing another podcast so we could do 869.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was partially to give you that number that you want so much, and partially because my for some reason Podomatic was giving me fits, and that's our media server.
Yep.
And I couldn't get another episode uploaded. So here's to rebooting every single thing I own and seeing if it's on my end, and we'll try again. If you're listening to this, hey, it worked.
Woohoo!
And hopefully we're back in good shape. So that's my hope.
Excellent.
I took a sneak peek ahead. That's our brand anyway.
There you
go.
go.
Let's take a sneak peek ahead to what's on the Marvel's cover, and it is Black Panther is on the Marvel's cover this month.
Ultimate Black
I want to give you some trivia and see how much you know.
Oh crap! About Black Panther?
Panther.
Oh no!
So, I got a feeling you're going to get your ass kicked here.
Yep, I think so too.
But
kitty.
I've got there's some easy ones. So
okay, good.
Who created Black Panther?
Drugs.
Drugs? Is that your answer?
Yes, my answer is drugs.
Okay, so it's a Marvel character that's been around for a long time. So what would be an educated guess?
Oh, no. Okay, so like who physically created, not like how did he become Black Panther? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a Marvel character that's old. So is it Stan Lee and Jack Kirby?
It is Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Ding 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 ding.
There
ding.
we go. Woohoo!
Yes. Do you remember his first appearance? What comic it was?
Oh crap! I actually do. I should know.
And the number. And the year for bonus points. The month.
We saw it not too long ago. Crap.
Right. Yeah. No,
I'm not gonna be able to come up with it.
It is Fantastic Four 52,
yep.
52 from July 19.
Dang it.
Yes. What was the Black Panther's first solo series called?
Wakanda Forever.
Jungle Action.
Jungle Action
number 5 was his first solo series, I guess. So I guess it was like featuring whoever Jungle Action was, and then it started featuring Black Panther.
Gotcha.
What is the powerful and rare metal that Wakanda is known for?
Oh, let's see. It's vibranium, isn't it?
It's vibranium. Okay. Yes. Is Black Panther the first African American superhero?
Ooh.
In mainstream
1966.
In mainstream comics. True or false?
Who do we have before? I'm going to say yes.
Yes, he was considered the first Black African American mainstream superhero. Black Panther was married to this X-Men.
You put the emphasis on man there.
No, that was an accident.
I'm going to say Storm.
Storm is correct.
Yeah.
Storm is correct.
Aurora Monroe.
Yeah, exactly. That's even the bonus points for that. Bonus points there. Black Panther is a member of this group.
I mean, we've had him in an Avengers movie, so I'm going to say
Yes.
Avengers.
Avengers, yep. And is Black Panther one of the smartest characters in the universe?
Yes, he's another of those absolute brilliant people, which they took that from him when he became a movie character, and they gave that to Shuri. But in all actuality, he's in charge of his own tech in the comics.
Yeah, and they put him up there. Him, Reed Richards, Tony Stark. Do they consider Peter Parker a genius too?
Yeah.
A lot of geniuses in the Marvel universe, right? No dum-dums.
A lot of 1% of the 1%. And, of course, Bruce Banner.
Yeah, right? He's another one. And then the devil dinosaur lady?
Yep.
What's her name?
Moon Girl.
Moon Girl, yeah. I mean, that's a ton.
Yeah. A lot of IQ floating around out there.
Do you know any of his animated appearances since you like the cartoons?
And we don't call them cartoons, Drew.
Yeah, right.
Do I know any of his animated appearances?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I don't either. The Black Panther was an animated 2010. The Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes was one of the TV series he was in. They didn't even know these things existed. Yeah. Black Panther is a member of this secret group of Marvel heroes who work behind the scenes to address global threats.
Was he ever a Illuminati?
Illuminati, yes.
Yeah.
Do you know the sister's name? You already got
Shuri.
that one. Who played him in the movie?
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, you knew that one.
Rest in peace.
And I think that's all of them that I can suss out. So you didn't do too bad.
Yeah, not too shabby.
I was quite impressed. You knew more than I thought you would. You knew more than I would have, probably.
There we go.
So there you go. And the reason we're leading off with some Black Panther trivia is because if you look on the cover of the December Marvel previews for February comics, we got ourselves an Ultimate Black Panther on the cover.
It's weird because we got our Ultimates universe and we see if we look at this cover, but we look like we have almost Egyptian hieroglyphs in the moon behind him. So
I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah, I wonder if we've got Moon Knight running around here, but we shall see.
It does say Night Falls with Knight.
Yeah.
Is there going to be an Ultimate Moon Knight too?
We shall see. That's what I'm wondering. Of course, we got more of our Mickey X-Men coming through, and here we have Ultimate Black Panther #1, written by Brian Hill, Stefano Caselli on art. Some interesting variant covers. In the wake of Ultimate Invasion, Khonshu and Ra, the force known together as Moon Knight, are seeking to expand their brutal control of the continent of Africa. In response, the lone bulwark against them is the isolated nation of Wakanda, which will send forth its champion, its king, the Black Panther. From the creative minds of Brian Hill, who we should know from Killmonger and Blade, and the Stefano Caselli come a bold new take on the world of Black Panther and Wakanda. So it appears we do have your boy as the bad guy.
So I guess Ultimate Invasion is something that is happening or has already happened. Did I miss that?
I believe it is currently-ish happening.
Okay. So I guess I need to read that last issue of that, maybe, so I'm prepped on just what the status quo is.
Absolutely. Then, of course, we have Ultimate Spider-Man 2. We saw the beginning of that last month. Hickman writing that.
What if Venom looks like a Doctor Strange?
We got a Loki, Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Green Goblin, Wolverine quadrant. So it's like there's 5 personalities here.
Wow.
Years ago, in a familiar church tower, the Venom symbiote was spurned by Peter Parker and found a willing host in the vengeful and wrathful Eddie Brock. Or at least that's the story we know. From Jeremy Holt comes a new look at what makes the Marvel Universe most sinister symbiotic, with a journey that reimagines its earliest days, bonded with a host with a rage and temper entirely different from those of Eddie Brock. So we talk a lot about how Venom, the reason he looks so much like Peter Parker and he slings web and all that stuff is because his first host was Peter Parker.
Gotcha, yeah.
So if his first host was like Loki or something different, or Wolverine, that would be kind of wicked. So.
Yeah. Okay. I see it. Yeah, quite the combo.
So it looks like we've got five. This is a 5-issue series, so I imagine we're going to get a What If Loki, or What If Venom originally overpowered Loki, What If Venom Moon Knight, What If Venom
Okay.
Strange, What If Venom X-Men, and then all we get is a green leg down here. So it looks like I'm saying like Green Goblin.
Not Hulk.
It doesn't look like a Hulk leg.
So, okay. All right. So, who's the middle one? Okay, that's Loki, Moon Knight. Green, we don't know. Might be Green Goblin. We've got Wolverine. We got Doctor Strange. Okay.
Yeah.
So this first one I wonder what the first one is. Doesn't tell me.
Yeah.
What we're starting with. Or maybe they're doing a little bit of all five in each one. But
and I don't know that they're necessarily delineated into 5 individual
I bet
issues.
you're right.
But yeah.
I bet you're right. It makes sense.
Very interesting.
Got an old school Captain America.
That's the interiors of Avengers Twilight #3.
Avengers Twilight, Avengers of the Future.
Yeah, it's the Zdarsky run.
Oh, okay. I missed out on that too. Golly, man, could Zdarsky get me to read this crap? I don't want to read like a second, third tier Avengers book twice removed, but maybe Zdarsky be the guy.
I love how you're like, I don't want to, but
that first issue's not out yet, right?
Not yet. I don't think so.
Or maybe just now.
Currently coming. Then we have Edge of Spider-Verse #1. Stop me if you've heard this before. Of a 4-issue series written by Jackson Lansing, Colin Kelly, and Nyla Magruder. And boy, do we have a lot of covers. From Scotty Young to Derek Chu, to more Derek Chu, to David Nakayama, Amanda Connor with one, Chad Harden cover, you name it, we got a bunch of them. I'm trying to figure out where we're going with this because we've done the Spider-Verse stuff so much time.
Yeah.
I
think the last 2 or 3 volumes ago, it was the last one.
Yeah. We all know who Weapon X is, but who is Weapon 8 or Weapon VIII? In their universe, when Weapon X escapes from his facility, they call on their greatest previous success. Spider Bite returns. All right, interesting. We shall see.
And you remember in Lazarus, the Rucka book that I like so much? Forever, Carlisle is a clone that's a series of clones over the years to protect the family. And I believe she was number 8, or the next one is number 8. So, fun fact.
Yeah, very cool.
Boring fact.
Thanks for that, Drew. Thanks for that.
A little aside that means nothing. Numbers sometimes coincide.
That's awesome.
So, Vengeance of the Moon Knight could we left him dead for about 20 days, maybe.
And this could not be a bigger moratorium on how little Drew thinks of Fall of the House of X and Rise of the Powers of X, as he skipped them entirely.
I skipped them entirely.
Yeah. I do like Vengeance of the Moon Knight. I like this weird, sickle chain weapon he's using here too.
Yeah. Okay. Khonshu versus Khonshu. Sounds like
that David Finch
Gesundheit
cover is nice. That is pretty.
Oh, okay. I see. And that's okay. Yeah. Interesting. Night Thrasher
has one of my favorite taglines of all time. It's time to thrash the night.
Well, he is the Night Thrasher.
He is the Night Thrasher.
So he should probably do some night thrashing.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of Night Thrasher would he be if he did not, in actuality, thrash the
It's the night. That's exactly right.
Oh man, what is that? 1 of 4.
We are nothing if not right on exactly what we say we are.
Super dated art by Nelson Daniel. It looks of a time.
Yeah,
maybe that's what he's going for.
Perhaps.
Spider-Punk is back with another volume by Cody Ziegler and Justin Mason.
In a world without Norman Osborn, Spider-Punk reigns.
And a window shades variant. Bringing that back.
Oh, thank goodness. I was starting to shake. I had withdrawals.
Yeah, it's been so long.
If I were doing Spider-Punk variants, I would do specific guitar variants where he's holding a Les Paul, he's holding a Gibson, that's what I would do. I think
it's $100 idea, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I'm
think
throwing
that's
it
a
out there
really
for free. But if homie's going to be thrashing on guitars, or you should do throwbacks to like specific artists' guitars, you should have like him left-handed with Kurt Cobain's upside down Fender Jag Stang or something like
Oh
that.
my gosh,
Yeah, that kind of thing.
that is too subtle. That is too subtle for
Yeah.
comics.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I like it too. That's what I'm hoping for Spider-Punk. So just
Yeah.
FYI, Marvel.
Maybe we'll get it.
The team you never knew you wanted: Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. The sisters,
brother and sisters, right?
Brother and sister are back before he was, unceremoniously murdered by 616 Marvel.
Oh, really?
You don't remember in the movies he was shot with 1,000,000 bullets and then she just had to move on.
Oh yeah. MCU Marvel killed him. Okay, all right.
Ooh, there's a Rose Besh cover. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it's all right. She does good work.
Who's this old school cover? Is that the main cover?
Yeah, I think.
Is that the Russell Dowderman?
Yep. All right, I'm going to let you pronounce this next one, Drew.
Wolverine Madripoor Knights?
Madripoor Knights. I'm not sure what those are and what that means.
Madripoor is that country or city.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Country. The island nation of Madripoor.
Not to be confused with the other country or continent the X-Men were on last prior to this.
What is the 50? Is this Wolverine's 50th year? Is that what we're celebrating?
Oh wow, is it?
Wolverine?
Well, then we better get some legacy numbering going on here.
Oh yeah, if he's been around for 50 years.
Yeah.
Well, how many has not been teen books? I wonder.
But there's got to be an easy way to shoehorn people out of $9 a book.
Yes. I'm curious what that number would be. What do you think that number would be if they do a legacy since we're celebrating it all year long?
I'm guessing we're around 500.
You would think so? I'm thinking less than that. I'm thinking like 200.
Yeah.
But I don't remember how long that one long-running Wolverine. Did it go over 100 issues? Probably did. You might be right.
I don't know.
Dead versus X-Men, because you liked it in DC.
Yeah.
Let's use it over here.
Let's see. Volume 1 of Wolverine. Yeah. Volume 2 of Wolverine was long. Volume 2 was 90. Nope, I'm sorry. Volume 2 went to 317.
Okay. So, yeah, your number is well closer than mine.
Yeah.
317. God damn.
Yeah, that one went from 2003 to 2009.
And they definitely...
I'm sorry. That was Volume 3 that went from 2002 to 2009. Yeah. We're over 500. We can.
You definitely need a legacy numbering then.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Dead X-Men. What were we talking about?
No, we were making fun of them stealing the undead concept. Well, I guess it was their concept first because they did Marvel Zombies, right?
Yeah.
So who stole who? You're right. Who knows?
Who came first, Wade Wilson or Slade Wilson?
Yeah.
The Resurrection of Magneto. X-Force 49, Cable 204, X-Men 31, The Ultimate Mutant.
There's Gods number 5. Is anybody reading that?
Crickets.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah. Luke Cage's Gang War is ending 4 of 4. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu Gang War is ending 3 of 3. Amazing Spider-Man 43 is the final fight of Gang War starts here, so there's going to be more Gang War to come.
So much Gang War.
Yes, Daredevil Gang War 3 of 4. Still more gangs to be warring. Spider-Woman 4, Gang War Rage is on. Amazing Spider-Man 44, Gang War Conclusion.
The end.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man 16. Miles makes his final Gang War stand.
But it just concluded.
I know, we concluded it and we made our final stand. Hey, and Miles Morales, Spider-Man 17, Fallout from Gang War.
Alpha and Omega. Can those fit in there somewhere?
Yeah. Avengers 10 by Jed McKay. Ooh, a George Perez variant. I still love that they're redoing those.
Yeah, that's great.
Your boy Straczynski is the writer for Captain America. Straczynski returns to Marvel. How long has it been since he was there?
Been a while.
Decade,
I would guess.
Dang.
She-Hulk. We've got the new Daredevil reading.
The women of Marvel, Gail Simone, and more. Women are so important that we're not going to list the writers.
Yeah, or the artists, for that matter.
Or the artists. The T-Baz.
We'd like to have some more people to list, but no one signed up yet.
We're currently looking at the world to find women to write.
Yeah. Fantastic 417. Did I tell you how much I love this book?
No.
Have I told you that? When did I just finish? It was so good. They're just also good. Very
Very,
inventive and
very cool Alex Ross cover. It almost looks like Indiana Jones is up in the top one.
yeah, that's kind of cool. Always nice painted covers. I hope Ryan North is having fun. I hope it's selling well enough that he can just do a nice long juicy run on this because I really enjoyed it.
Excellent. So this is the 50th. I'm gonna try that whole sentence again. This is the 50th giant-sized to come out of Marvel.
No.
Or is it the 50th anniversary? I'm not sure what giant-sized 50th means.
There's got to be more than 50 giant size. So it's got to be the 50th anniversary of the first.
So
right?
Would that be giant sizes and Wolverine being the same age?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But we have giant size Fantastic Four #1. Congrats. Spider-Gwen Smash 3 of 4. Ooh, dude, Spider-Boy looks a little cry.
Was that him?
Yeah.
With the teeth?
With the teeth.
Oh.
He is more spider than boy.
Yeah, way more.
Carnage versus Anti-Venom. We just call him Antidote.
I guess. He just
Sorry, I thought that was funnier than you did apparently.
Do I have to stop and pause every time you throw out a joke? You don't.
I mean, if I give you gold, give me my flowers.
Gotcha. Oh, Kyle, it was 40 years of something that we're celebrating at the Venom 30.
Yep. So I'm guessing the black suit is the 40th anniversary of Secret Wars.
Gotcha. Okay. A lot of anniversaries.
Yeah.
They
celebrate more anniversaries than my wife.
I need a cheat sheet of some sort that tells me what's going on here, because they probably don't know. They don't know until they do it.
We need a vet. Somebody do math. It's been 75 years. Put it on
like
$1.
When you roll dice, D&D, and okay, this is anniversary came up. Now let's roll for the character. Oh, it's giant size anniversary.
Do not belittle my D&D with your anniversary series of Marvel.
Is it not a random roll thing? Would that not qualify as random?
I'm thinking Marvel's a little more calculated than random.
Yeah, but sometimes it feels like.
It definitely feels like we just put a bunch of pieces of paper in a bowl and picked one.
Yeah, that's much better than my dice analogy. Your paper's in a bowl. Much better, Kyle.
Immortal Thor #7. He's strangling a cat. I don't get it, but that's interesting.
Why would he?
The Trials of Utgard.
Okay.
Century 3. Who's in the wheelchair?
What page are you on?
Is that Jessica Jones? I am on physical 30 or 52, digital 54.
You just got upset by the cat strangling.
Yeah. We were on Venom, though. I mean, we'd moved on a little bit. We were doing fine.
Yeah, it was my fault. I wasn't keeping up.
Well, I didn't think you were reading either White Widow or Punisher.
You were 100% right. Hey, there's an annual for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh.
Might be a fun one for me to read since I haven't been following.
Are they? Yep. Oh, okay. We're still doing the Western stuff because we still have Star-Lord with his papoose or whatnot. Power Pack Into the Storm 2. The bright colors make me happy.
And it's part of the Marvel Retro Pick. I wonder if it's one of many retro picks or that's the only one.
Anything that's old we're putting retro pick. Is Betsy Cola just doing the old covers, I think? Just redoing the old covers from Power Pack?
Betsy on ice. With some Funyuns.
Delicious. If you had a spirit-based dog, would you have to take them for a walk? If you had an ethereal dog?
I would think it would phase through wherever it needed to go to.
Would it leave ethereal poops, and do you have to pick them up on your walk?
I would think they just dissipate into the air.
That's what I was thinking too. So.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, would it need to go out? Could it? If it's going to dissipate, it might smell.
But you have an ethereal dog in a physical harness.
True. Makes little to no sense.
I guess that's why they call him Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Who's the cover artist there? That's Alex Ross as well, right?
Alex Ross, yep. That's a painted ethereal dog.
Yeah.
And by the way, that is Bats, the ghost dog.
So yeah, now on Secret Wars Battle World, the last issue, we are celebrating Secret Wars.
See, I think it's so how many issues was the original Secret Wars? They were like 8 or 10,
12.
weren't they?
12.
I don't think you can make a Secret Worlds without going 12 issues. You got to have at least 12 issues to say before you can use the moniker of Secret Wars.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, that's a maxi series.
I mean, if you're only doing 4 issues, that's not Secret War. That's a Secret Battle.
That's true. That's true.
A secret
Very
spat.
Yes.
Amazing Spider-Man 253 Facsimile Edition. It's another new costume. Is this the first black suit in Spider-Man?
No, it was 252. It's the second.
Second.
Yeah.
Then why do we care about this one?
It was early black suit.
Yeah. Uncanny X-Men 268 Facsimile.
I don't know why do we care about that? Because it's Jim Lee doing
Captain
doing
America
X-Men.
and Black Widow.
First Jim Lee doing X-Men, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Secret Wars 2 Facsimile.
Yeah, I have a stack of these. I don't need a facsimile.
So instead of paying $5 for the facsimile, we'll give you the original for $5. Just FYI.
Exactly. Conditions.
Predator 1 of a new 4-issue Ed Brisson series. That could be pretty good.
I think this is third or fourth new number 1 Predator in the last year and a half.
Let's check it out. Predato.
And then that's the new model.
So Marvel took over Predator in 2022 with hardcovers. They did a mini in 2022-23. They did volume 4. Yeah, so this is the fourth Predator thing that has come out, it looks like.
Since they got the license back.
Yeah.
And it's always been Ed Brisson. And so there's not a new writer.
No, it's not okay.
It's basically the same kind of continuing storyline.
We're just renumbering.
So
yeah, they're not even putting like Predator, the new batch, 1 through 4. They're just saying Predator, and they're limiting the series. Normally, you don't name it the generic thing and then limit the series.
And then so because the accounting guys, the bean counters, have determined this to sustain an ongoing Predator is with a series of short miniseries with number 1s that continue to give jumping on points for people that walk in off the street. And I think they do. I think the same plan is for Alien, but it's just weird.
You can't just be saying Predator 1. You got to be like Predator,
No,
Nightfall.
You absolutely can, and that's what they continue to do.
Yeah,
and the same with Alien, because Alien is like basically at the plate at the beginning, it'll tell you, a little synopsis, and basically you're getting all the different ones, the different 1 of 4s that have happened in the last couple of years.
And that's fine if you start them off at an ongoing and then sales dictates they stop. But this is just a 4-issue series with a generic name. That's no.
Yeah. I agree.
Here's how we do Alien. Okay. So you start with Alien, and when it's over, the next time you reboot it, it's Aliens. You add the S. Next time after that, SS, SSS, and you have to count the S's. Just like the movies did, we add an S each time until we.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
All right.
Until we get Aliens.
Yes. And I don't know what to do except roll over and take it, because that's the reality. This is how they can make money with this license.
Yeah, and I don't have a problem with the way they do it. I have a problem with the naming.
I feel bad for anybody who is not immersed with a weekly podcast and who reads previews catalog from front to back and has lived their whole entire lives. I can't imagine just Joe Blow wants to get into comics, being able to decipher what the hell's going on with these comics. These two in particular, but probably at a grander scale, all of comics. But let's just say these two, it's the very first Predator. Well, no. These characters have been doing some other stuff in previous volume. There's no way to tell. Maybe on the trade dress, if they're on a shelf, you might be. Would there be, or they'd all just say Predator, 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 Predator.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't imagine trying to maneuver through this.
I have a problem with Alien Black, White, and Blood, number 1.
Also,
I don't believe a xenomorph's blood is red.
Definitely isn't.
So
why shouldn't it be black, white, and green?
Green or dull yellow, I think, is the actual color. It's like a yellow acid color, if I remember correctly. I don't know my aliens as well as I think I did.
Yeah, it's like a greenish yellow, right?
Mm-hmm. But good luck to Colin
research.
Kelly, Jackson Lansing, Ryan, Katie, and Stephanie Phillips, the 4 of you writing this series.
So those are four little mini.
Oh, no, I have to take everything back true. There's a David Aja variant.
So you're okay now.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Anything can do whatever they want if they do a David Aha variant. I'm sorry. Beware the Planet of the Apes number 4. I'm sorry, 204 from Mark Guggenheim.
Yeah, I wish I would have read those when they started, and I didn't. So now I'm woefully behind, and it's too late. I don't want to go back.
But it's all good, Drew, because we have Star Wars Thrawn 204.
Yeah, no, this is kind of cool. And it is Tim Zahn, right?
Timothy Zahn, exactly. If homie's going to write it, I'm going to read it. And granted, it is an adaptation of Thrawn Alliances. Just read Thrawn Alliances in all reality.
So that's
Mace,
his book? That's his book?
Yeah, it's just redoing the stories from his book. With where the drawings will be original.
Gotcha.
Star Wars Mace Windu number 1 of 4. Even in the years before the Clone Wars, Mace Windu was known for his discipline, determination, and combat skills. When a scientist's discovery threatens the balance of the galaxy, Mace is let down a treacherous path of mystery and action. Introducing Azita Cruz, a pirate with a deadly secret, who the Hutts and the Republic will stop at nothing to control. So it seems like this might be an original story for Mace Windu, which makes me very happy. We're doing original and not reprint stuff.
Do we want a Disney Plus?
Oh yeah, give me an R-rated Samuel L. Jackson led Mace Windu story. Yeah, boy.
Or would you rather have a Thrawn?
Yes.
Which one?
Thrawn.
You got to pick. Got to pick
Thrawn.
Thrawn, right? You're picking Thrawn.
Yeah.
Even though what did you think of the Thrawn that we got?
Loved him.
Yeah, I
Great
thought it was
character.
pretty good casting.
Yeah.
I thought it was well done.
Yeah. Well, it's the voice
For
from
Ahsoka.
Rebels, which you didn't watch, so you don't care.
Yeah, you know what? I was just thinking about that. As we're looking at these different Star Wars comics, and 10, 15, 20 years ago, I would have told you there aren't bigger Star Wars fans than I am. I am one of the biggest Star Wars fans. But my refusal to embrace the animated series.
And thank you. I appreciate that.
And
I was ready to yell.
The fact that I have grown fatigued on the number and quantity of comics tells me that I am not the Star Wars fanatic that I thought I was, or I would embrace them all. I pick and choose. My movies, I go movies, then series on Disney Plus. Enjoy those, embrace all of those, but then I stop. So I'm no super fan. I'm almost a casual fan.
You filthy casual born in 1970. You.
I'm telling you, something wrong. Kyle, explain to me. Okay, so I thought the High Republic was over at Dark Horse.
Yes.
No, wait.
I mean, High Republic is an area of time. So the Old Republic is a time in the Star Wars universe. The High Republic is a time in the Star Wars universe. So it's just really referencing a time on the timeline.
What was that? What did IDW and now Dark Horse own? Which era?
They are sharing a Phase 3 High Republic.
That's what? Why wouldn't? Oh. Okay. So Dark Horse doesn't get sole ownership of High Republic. They get another tier of it.
Yes, that I think are marketing a little younger as well, if I remember correctly.
Oh, okay.
Just another reason to venture out and make sure we're buying other things.
So it's okay. So Marvel bought the license.
Yes.
From LucasArts or Disney, their parent company or whatever.
Marvel is Disney.
Yeah. So they got the license from their own parent company, but then did Marvel then sublet?
Yes.
The High Republic to IDW, or did the parent company also, when licensing Star Wars to Marvel, also license High Republic to Dark Horse? Or did Marvel license High Republic?
I just crossed about 2 minutes ago. I'm not real sure.
I guess it doesn't matter. It'd be like, did Grandpa give me a quarter, and did I give you a nickel, or did Grandpa just give you the nickel?
I thought you were going to just Grandma know that Grandpa has another family on the side.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Down that way.
My apologies.
You leave Grandpa out of your mouth. How dare you?
Star Wars 43, Darth Vader 43. That is a beautiful Giuseppe Camuncoli cover.
I mean, at what point are you no longer a rising star Stormbreaker? How many comics do you have to have under your belt?
Yeah.
To no longer be considered a Stormbreaker or a rising star or a newcomer?
I don't know. They were pounding the Peach Momoko drum for 2 years after she popped.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? That was the one that came to mind. It was like she had 1,000 things out.
Mm-hmm. Now we're into
trades.
hardcovers and collected editions and
So many
all
trades.
the stuff and things.
One could just live there in the collected edition area if they wanted to. Be very busy. One could just live on the app. Be very busy.
Very true.
And then one could just live in floppies.
That's the place I like to.
That's where I like to reside. But I see the appeal.
So let's go to Physical 87 real quick, and we've got the sensational She-Hulk. What is with the creepy smiles of everybody in the gallery there?
Oh my goodness, they have the exact same awful smile.
Yes.
Stepford smile.
Yeah.
Who's doing that cover?
I don't know. That's Jen Bartella or something. I don't know.
Cover by Jen Bartella, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like I'm gonna see that Wolverine smile in my dreams. That's
They're just those are creepy.
They're unsettling, yeah.
And I'm imagining that Spider-Man's under that mask is also creepy.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. That smile is, we know it's under there, but you can't see it.
Great Bjorn Barron's cover for that trade paperback.
Yep.
Jed MacKay weaves an intricate tale of Midnight Madness with volume 1, 2, 3, 4 of.
Boy, there's a lot of freaking trades.
Hey, there's Ultimate Invasion. It's a trade. It's happened. Well, it's collected at least.
What are you gonna say?
So missing from the cover of Ultimate Invasion is a Moon Knight character.
He must be springing out from the end.
Yeah. I think I'd just be lost in that book. I don't think I'd enjoy it at all. Yeah, this.
By the way, the Ultimate Enrages doesn't come out till March. Will go on sale in March, so they're still working on some.
The last issue. How is that possible? If it's collected for February.
They're wanting to tell you about it, but I mean they're collecting 4 issues and they won't be on sale till March. So
that's not all of it. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Just FYI. All right, I'm done with Marvel.
I'm almost there. Well, no, I've still got 17 pages left.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't say I'd finished Marvel. I said I'm done with Marvel.
I'm still scanning from trade after trade. The Spider-Girl, this is Mayday. This is a collected Mayday. All right. And this is from 89, What If,
88 and
to 98, 99. I was not reading comics, I don't think, in those years. My daughter was born in 98, so I was changing a lot of diapers.
That's right.
There was no comic money back then. Daredevil, Marine. My goodness. Can you imagine being a shop owner and trying to get all this stuff in? Whew, it'd be hard. That's why they pre-order, I guess. It's so hard, especially if none of it's returnable. I wonder if it's returnable now with PRH. So I wonder if some of these trades and things are all returnable like other books. I bet you they are.
Be a good idea.
Yep. Okay. So 116 pages of Marvel goodness for February. What's your take, Kyle?
Too many trades.
Too many trades. There was really nothing that stood out.
Nothing too crazy.
Ultimate What If.
Ultimate Black Panther.
I mean, nothing really jumped out at me, but I'm not a Marvel zombie, so I don't love it all.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, Kyle, which one we doing? CBSI or Comics?
We're heading over to our good friends at Cover Price.
Cover Price. So the top 20.
Top 20, and we'll start with 10, head down to 1, and then Drew will pick up the back half. Starting at number 10, we have Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars, Volume 1, number 8. That is, of course, Black Suit Spider-Man. This book is a must-have key for fans of Spider-Man and of Venom. It features the origin of the Black Suit and saw a nice spike with the recent release of the PS5 game, Spider-Man 2. To a lesser degree, this book also features the second appearance of Julia Carpenter, the second Spider-Woman, and the second Madam Web. In the upcoming Madam Web, Julia Carpenter will be played by Sydney Sweeney, bringing a significant spotlight on that character. 26 copies in the secondary market, $610 for CGC 9.8, and very fines for $133. At rank 9, Avengers number 181. Not Hulk 181, but Avengers 181. Paul Rudd did such a fantastic job bringing Scott Lang to life. This book saw the debut of Lang, who would later go on to become Ant-Man. Thanks to Paul Rudd, Ant-Man is now a household name. The character was all over the internet last week as the most recent Marvel film, which we know as The Marvels, was released, and fans are ready to compare everything Marvel has released in this phase, and Rudd gave an interview detailing his diet to embody that character. Despite years of comic fans ignoring this key, its sudden trend this week of those same fans opting to secure a copy of the first appearance of Scott Lang. Let's see, I didn't say how many sold though. Oh, I'm sorry, 10 copies selling. $100 was the high sale for Raw. Very fines for $21. So for some odd reason, the first appearance of Scott Lang starting to pop now. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars 1, Issue 1. There's a lot at stake for Marvel, as rumors have been swirling for months now that Disney and the MCU might abandon the whole Kang storyline. That leaves half a slate empty and adds tremendous pressure for the other half of the slate, featuring Secret Wars. We still don't know which Secret War run Marvel will adapt. But this series is a natural focal point. It's a pivotal run with a ton of material to pull from. If Marvel wants to brush themselves off and move forward, adapting this storyline may be the best way to go. 16 copies of issue 1. $130 was the high sale for Raws. Very fines. You can find them for $22 if you're running around looking. Uncanny X-Men Volume 1, $239. Disney Plus's X-Men 97 is right around the corner. However, all those fans are excited about it may have to okay, let me try this. All the fans excited about it may have had the villain spoiled. We got word a few months back that Mr. Sinister would be the main villain of the series, with this book marking his second appearance and first cover. He shares the cover with Madeline Pryor, the Goblin Queen. Recently, fans spotted a Funko of the character that we released soon to coincide with the release of X-Men 97. Fans zeroed in on this book, sporting both of these characters on the cover. 13 copies sold, $185 for a CGC 9.8, $10 for fine copy. Godzilla number 1, the regular issue 1. As the kids say, Godzilla is feasting. Godzilla -1 is crushing the box office and is quickly becoming one of, if not the highest rated pieces of Godzilla media ever. Monarch debuted on Apple TV in mid-November, and there were rumors we would see a new trailer for Godzilla/Kong soon. As of this writing, we did get that trailer, and the fandom is beyond excited. Fans of the character are obsessing over Godzilla currently, and many are opting to secure a copy of this book, the first piece of Godzilla media aimed at U.S. audiences. Tracking 18 copies sold, a CGC 9.8 selling for $485, and $66 being the fair market value for very fines.
Okay, so I missed Godzilla -1 completely. That's in the theaters right now?
I'm guessing.
Monarch, I didn't realize was a thing. That's a Godzilla show?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a new Godzilla versus Kong or with Kong coming out in the future?
Yes.
Okay. All that happened. Where am I? Where have I been? Okay.
Yeah, Godzilla -1 showing right now in the theaters.
I thought there was a Godzilla versus Kong. Wasn't that the last one I saw?
Yeah, Monarch: The Legacy of Monsters is a TV series.
All right. I like monster shows.
I like me monsters.
I like monsters.
There we go. But do you like our number 5 item, which is Nth Man, the Ultimate Ninja, number 11? Last week, the female Silver Surfer rumor caught fire and got out of control. Everything remotely in orbit was gobbled up by collectors, including this here book. In it, a reality-altering character turns a woman into his herald. This new herald resembles the Silver Surfer despite not having the power cosmic or being a herald of Galactus. Still, this cover caught the eye of numerous collectors who opted to secure their own copy, 17 selling. A high sale of $11 for a Raw, $3 if you're finding finds in the box. Hercules, Twilight of the God, #1. The market has been active the past few weeks when rumors began to hit social media regarding a female Silver Surfer. While the rumors point towards Frankie Ray or Nova as the Herald of Galactus, some fans pointed at this book as the book to chase. I remember this one was pretty sketchy last week when we read it.
Yeah.
It features the first appearance of Juno, a daughter of Hercules from Earth 829. She would later become a Herald in issue 4, where Galactus bestows upon her the name Silver Surfer. The aftermarket has fluctuated between this book and issue 4. It appears this book has won out this week, despite it being speculation that doesn't hold up if you really take a hard look at it. Regardless, fans collect what they want to collect. Last week, it was this book. 16 copies, $50 was the high for a Raw, 23 for Nearmans if you look at it. Spider-Man 2099, Volume 1. This book has cemented itself as a fantastic wall book. I cannot believe that. I do not believe Spider-Man 2099 is a wall book.
Yeah, right.
Gee. It's affordable and attainable and debuted for the first appearance battle with ASM 365. It checks the boxes for many collectors and quickly goes the route of Spawn 1 as it appears on our list every week, regardless of what's happening in the market. 35 copies, $160 for a CGC 9.8, Raws for $23. I got it for a nickel. Miles Morales Spider-Man 12, the 1 in 25, David Baldion, which I thought this was a David Aja when I first looked at it because it's his style. It's a really cool cover. Miles is at a pivotal point with the powder keg ready to blow. This book marks the last issue before the Gang War event, Drew, the Gang War. Yeah. And David Baldion crushes it with the 1 in 25 variant. The negative space style has been done to death, but this book is remarkable. It quickly became the variant to get for this book and one of the most sought after covers in the last few months. Cheaper copies are going swiftly online and the premium is rising. 25 copies sold, $43 was the high sale. 41 is just $2 less than that. And Spawn #1. Holy crap, Spawn. A million of these copies still don't sell. Millions of books. It's crazy. Why are we still selling? This book is cheap and plentiful. 9.8s for $170, $32 for this book. It's
never
I think everybody has one.
I think everybody who wants one can easily get one.
Yeah, no kidding.
At rank 11, we have X-Men Blue Origins, the EM Yeast Virgin 1 in 50. This is about a shape-shifting villain who takes center stage in the recent release. The debut issue features Mystique casting multiple shadows of her previous assumed identity. About the cover. The Virgin cover is not only magnificent, but also a retailer incentive. 9 whopping copies sold with a high sale of $130 for a Raw. Current Raws, double ratio. Let me go look at this thing. It's not that.
Boo!
At rank 12, Doctor Who, Volume 1. As part of the show's 60th anniversary, David Tennant and Catherine Tate returned to the series for a Doctor Who 3-episode special. First special debuted last week, and the second episode was released a few days ago. The previous anniversary special for the 50th anniversary was extremely well received, and it looks like the 60th is following the same track record. The special has shown a light on the premiere issue of this series. In addition to the specials, Magic the Gathering, the popular card game, will feature the debut of the 14th Doctor. Magic will release the debut on December 11th as part of the drop called Secret Lair X Doctor Who Regeneration. So a lot of Doctor Who going on. 14 copies sold. High sale of $97.43 for a CGC 9.8. Raw near mint's around $20, which is what I sold that thing for about 20 years ago. So it hasn't moved much if it's the same cover. Yeah, it's the same exact cover. Green Arrow #6, the Omer 1 in 25, comes in at rank 13. This is about Black Canary illustration on the cover. 13 copies sold with a high sale of $40 for a Raw. Not too bad.
I don't care for this cover. Everybody's like, oh, the cover. I think it's black.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. Captain Marvel #2, the Joshua Swaby, comes in at 14. And this is Yuna Yang debuting, introduced as Carol Danvers' only chance to defeat a new enemy. She possesses the Nega Band. When Yang uses the bracelet, she switches places with
Easy.
Captain America. What?
Be careful.
Be careful with Nega Bands.
Yes.
We tracked 11 copies sold and a high sale of $16 for a raw. Okay, exciting. The Amazing Spider-Man 64. This is the tail end of the Silver Age. Spider-Man history is an epic battle between Spidey and the Vulture. This is a hot collector's item because of scarcity. Boasts not one, but two comic book titans in its credit. Stan Lee is the writer. John Romita Sr. is the artist. This is only 13 copies of this thing sold, but the high sale was $4.89 for a CGC 9.4, with raws, near mint raws, selling for around $315. So there you go. Go for the 9.4. Press it. At rank 16, we have Fantastic Four number 78. This is another Silver Age comic book out in the wild. What's the deal with this? Just an old Kirby Lee Fantastic Four. Nothing special about it. Okay.
Beautiful classic.
11 copies moved for some reason. $45 for a near mint raw. That's weird, right? Nothing.
Yeah, that is weird. Yeah.
We look at it. What's it look like? Okay, it's got Galactus on the cover and Thing. And is that Reed or Johnny's face? Okay. It's out. Okay. Interesting. 11 copies of that moved. Seems like a very odd title that from long ago that would move that many copies. For no reason.
You just never know.
Something's in there. Something's happening. Rank 17, we have Venom Lethal Protector, Volume 1, number 1. This was also one of your dime comics from back in the day. It's now selling 24 copies for $120 for a 9.8. Near mint raw is around $24. Quite the markup. 18 gives us New Mutants 98, our beloved Deadpool. This is going for $1,500 for a 9.8. We sold how many? Doesn't say. Does it? No, doesn't say.
20 copies.
20 copies. High sale of $1,500 for a 9.8. Raws for $356. At rank 19, we have Uncanny X-Men 266. This is a Gambit first appearance, not to be confused with X-Men Annual 14, which is also Gambit first appearance, but actually came out first.
The first appearance.
Don't get me started. 16 copies of this second appearance that is being touted as a first appearance has sold for a high sale of $775 for a CGC 9.8. Raws around $181. And Fantastic Four 244 comes in at rank 20. This is Frankie Ray returning to the list one more time because it's a female. She's a female herald to Galactus. 16 copies of this sold. High sale of almost $400 for a 9.8. Raw is selling for around $34. Kyle, since I screwed up the order, we now need to go to the Hot 10.
Yeah, let's send on over to our good friends at the Hot 10. Our good friends at comicbookinvest.com. Let's see what they are noticing with the secondary market, what they've managed to pick up, and what they think the hot books are. Starting with rank number 1, Spider-Man Noir number 1. This is the David Hine series. Patrick Zurcher. News of a new... Okay, sorry, they truncated thing. News of a new showrunner being added to the mix have folks looking back at this one. Only about 20 sales this week, but a CGC 9.8 jumped from $360 to $575. We're
doing pretty well.
Yeah, Raws are still $150 to $200 on Spider-Man Noir.
Wow.
Monster in My Pocket number 1, Drew.
Okay.
News that Will Smith's production company are working on a live-action project have driven over 30 sales of this in just one day. Looks like all the cheap copies have been cleared out. Now sales are hitting $15 to $20. There was even a Canadian price variant, CGC 9.2, that sold for $120. Holy crap, Drew at rank 3, Stray Dogs number 1. Reminder, News that
Yeah.
this was optioned long ago and is still in production have people turning back to this book with nearly 40 sales this week. A and B covers both selling for between 15 and 20 this week, as you will also see many printings and store exclusives selling as well. CGC 9.8s mostly moving between $50 and $75. At rank 4, we have this, of course, Miles Morales 112, number 12, the 1 in 25 David Baldeon cover. Nearly another 30 copies this week. Prices have crept from 40 to 50 to 60. Gorgeous cover. That's the reason. Uncanny X-Men 221, over 35 copies sold this week. Seesaw pricing over the last few years, with most of the copies selling in the $40 range, but a newsstand raw selling for $115 and a very high grade this week, and higher graded direct editions hitting $65. Uncanny X-Men 239, over 25 copies sold, while some cheap lower grade copies are still moving. Raws hit highs of $40 this week. A better cover than 221, and the Goblin Queen keeping this one interesting. Venom 28 with the 1 in 25 Arthur Adams cover. Another Arthur Adams cover selling above ratio right out of the gate. How many is this in the last few months now? We're seeing it as 30 to 35. Not quite double, so Drew and I are still... Doctor Who number 1, over 20 sales this week, as the David Tennant Doctor Who specials are nearing their end. Renewed interest in the Doctor lately, as he has a broader reach now, being on Disney Plus. This issue number 1 is now a $20 Raw book and a $100 CGC 9.8 book, even though it is not his first appearance. It is not his first appearance in U.S. Comics, which we believe is Marvel Premiere 50s. Mad Max Fury Road Furiosa climbing into this list from the outside, looking back at least this week with over 20 sales following the trailer for Furiosa that drops. Prices of Raws hitting $30 and a CGC 9.8 for $135. And at rank 10, Fantastic Four 48, with all the attention being thrown at any and all female Silver Surfer characters this past week, has shown a decent rebound in sales for the original Silver Surfer, with about 15 sales, up from only 6 the week prior. The highest graded sale was an 8.0 for $4,600. The most common grade sold was a 6.0, with 4 copies of that selling for between $1,500 and $1,850. Some notable sales, we also have Teen Titans 27, a CGC 9.8, sold this week for $4,320. Only one of 3 9.8s on the census. There have been no previous sales to compare it to, so this lone sale is also an all-time high. Closest comparison would be a 9.4 fine copy that sold last year for $184.
Wow.
Yeah. Black Cat Mystery number 50 from our good friend Varios. A CGC 4.5 sold for $14,401 this week. This grade hasn't sold since 2014, when it was only $1,650. The closest equivalents are 6.5s in November for $21,000 and a 3.0 back in September for $9,000.
Crazy.
Yeah, very crazy.
Cool. Crazy cool.
Exactly what I was thinking. All right, Drew, it's time to talk about our sneak peek in next week. Let's look ahead instead of behind and see what's coming out this coming Tuesday and Wednesday and what we got to jump on. I'm heading over to our good friends at Lunar Distributions. I'm scrolling down and finding new releases for the 12th. And let's start with some things like the Watchmen hardcover and Action Comics.
Yeah, we're doing facsimiles of Death in the Family. Oh, no, this is the one shot. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is the one
Next page
shot
is
with the
Death in the
alternate
Family.
ending. So we get to see what that is all about. I believe when Mike was on, I put the over-under on 3 new panels. So I took the under. He took the over on 3 new panels of information that would be on there that would be different from the original. Kyle, would you care to weigh in on that?
I'm saying under.
You're saying it's like, well, there's just one panel difference.
Just
We were 2
one, yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine it's much. It's very substantial.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if we said panels or pages, but yeah, I can't imagine it's too many pages of new material.
I'm giving David Finch his flowers for the second time in today's podcast. That Batman and Robin number 4 Finch cover. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. But so is the Kale New, where little assassin-looking thing going
Yep.
on there. That's
But that comes in third place because we also have the Santa Claus cardstock variant, which is homaging my favorite Batman and Robin.
That's
issue 1
true.
cover.
I didn't catch that at first.
Instead of a Batmobile in the background, we got a sleigh, homie.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, Batman Gargoyle of Gotham #1 having a second print and a really good-looking second print.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That is a dope Black Label second print. Note to self, I'm going to put this over here for later.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Looks kind of like character variant, you know?
Yeah.
They do characters. There's a lot of great editions of this. And I guess there's a noir version of this, which does that mean it's all black and white interiors?
I would imagine so. Yeah. We're just muted.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Mora's cover for Santa Claus Silent Night 2. Love Dan Mora. Not Klaus, but Klaus.
Yeah. A bunch of covers for Birds of Prey. Can't believe Birds of Prey has been around long enough to build up that many covers, but it just doesn't take that long nowadays. I love the classic night Batman 66 climbing up the side of the building homage. That's pretty cool.
Love
the
that.
Birds of Prey. That's great. Jason's Sean Alexander doing a good job on Detective. It's the old school, tall, pointy ears. And your boy Black Manta's on the cover of Detective, which is interesting. Lots of Santa vibes making their way into the comics. Invasive #1 is a Oni Press book by Colin Bunn. They're twisted looking covers.
Very.
Outsiders gets its second issue. Speed Force, I skipped that one.
Yeah, that one looks a little crazy.
Yeah. I'm not a super Flash fan, so didn't make a lot of sense for me to read that. Love that Titans Beast World with the Starro cover.
I was thinking the same thing. It's my favorite cover.
Pretty great. Can't go wrong with the Starro cover. Oh my goodness, we finally get Waller versus Wildstorm #4. How long ago was that supposed to be out? Feels like forever.
Wesley Dodd Sandman #1 going to a second print, and it's also doing the.
That kind of diminishes the value of the Batman, doesn't it?
No.
Does a little bit. Does for me.
Dan Mora, of course, knocking World's Finest Teen Titans 6 out of the park.
Yeah, he does his thing.
Staying on Lunar Distributions, but heading over to December 13th to see Blood Run #1, an image or a scout comic for fans of Twisted Metal and Death Race. Welcome to the Boneyard.
Infield Gang Massacre is now a 6-issue miniseries. Did I know that? I don't know that. This is the 5th issue of 6. I was thinking it was an ongoing. The Madness, also a 6-issue series, and its 5th issue's out with a Francesco Francavilla cover. That makes me harken back to Afterlife with Archie.
Bloody Dozen, A Tale of the Shrouded College, #1, miniseries premiere, Space Vampire. It's Charles Sur and Alberto Albuquerque.
Mad Cave gives us Skeeters.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
About mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Giant alien mosquitoes. 3rd printing for Transformers.
Yes, I want that cover. Look at that. Starscream versus Ironhide.
5th printing of Void Rivals #1. 4th printing of Void Rivals #2. 3rd printing of Void Rivals #3.
Wow.
2nd printing of Void Rivals #2. And 2nd printing of Void Rivals 5. See, I said Void Rivals #2 again. I meant 4.
I can see where you would get a little confused, sir. You're forgiven.
Now, who is the purple
Shockwave on issue 4?
Yeah, issue 4. That's Shockwave?
Yep.
So he turns into a
ray gun. So think of a space version of Megatron.
Okay. Oh, and then we have additional 2nd printings of Void Rivals #5 that are just color scheme variants.
So we've got the 4-headed creature, and you just depends on which of the 4 heads you want or what you want out of those heads.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I'm sorry, 5 heads.
Yeah, don't do that. That's dumb. Not different enough. I get confused.
So yeah, okay. So so we have the bitterness, we have death, laughter, doubt, and rage. So those are the 5 different things you get from those different covers. So
okay, very cool.
Heading on over to Previews World, let's look at our Boom books, and we see UNDERHEIST number 1. David Lapham and Maria Lapham writing this. David Lapham doing the art as well.
Very cool. We got a Damn Them All number 11. Always nice to see.
Marvel, we have our Ski Chalet variants. Better watch out for those.
It's going to be a crowd favorite.
Yeah.
Everybody on their way to their Aspen ski vacation will want to pick up some Ski Chalet variant comics.
Yeah, excuse me. Is there a comic book store in Vale?
For their private jet trip out west.
Oh my goodness, Drew. When it rains, it pours. We have Moon Knight 30. We have Moon Knight 30, the Foreshadow variant. We have Moon Knight 30, the Greg Capullo variant. We have Moon Knight 30, the In-hyuk Lee Last Days of Moon Knight variant. We have Moon Knight 30, the Insignia variant. We have Moon Knight 30, the Peach Momoko variant. We have Moon Knight 30, Scotty Young variant. And we have Moon Knight 30, Steve Morris variant. Holy poop on a stick. That's a lot of Moon Knighting.
Yeah.
All to just kill them off.
Yeah. Are we at Legacy 300 yet?
We're getting 100%.
Close.
Oh, and if we haven't jumped the shark enough, just know that we have Spider-Boy number 1 second print negative variant.
Yeah, for certain.
That being said, I do love Peach Momoko's Spider-Gwen Nightmare variant with the leg.
Which one is? Yeah, gross.
Yeah. Superior Spider-Man Returns number 1 one-shot. Going to a second print. Good to see that going to a second print. I'm glad a lot of people like Superior just like you and I do. We also have, again, a 25 copy incentive second print, which if we've been keeping an eye on the market, these weird second printings with incentives pop more often than they don't. Yeah. And I actually very much like this Ken Lachey cover.
Yeah, what do you... Like, Superior was fantastic at the time because it was the Spider-Man book, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So now with so many concurrent Spideys happening, I don't enjoy it the same way because there's a regular Peter Parker happening, there's an Ultimate, and I got all the Spideys happening. Yeah. That if I recall back in the day, there was like not a lot of Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. This all got pulled for the Superior run.
Mm-hmm.
And Slott, like, people lost their minds, but that was the only game in town.
Correct.
So it's way diminishing returns for me because of that now. But I mean, I get why they're doing it. Sure, it's always money, but it was a different time.
Are you saying cancel all other Spider books?
So if you're going to go back to it, go back to it.
Yeah.
Lean into it.
I'm with you.
As we've seen from their Marvel catalog, they have 120 pages of stuff to put out every month. So let's see. Anything in Dynamite doing anything for anyone at all? Not me.
Heading on to our smaller publishers. And of course, I've got to stop at American Psycho number 2 and look at the business card, the Paul Allen business card variant. Love those. That is such a great idea.
Yeah, I saw that movie one time a long time ago, so I don't know any of the characters.
Yeah.
So this is not the main guy, right? His card already came out.
I think his card, yeah.
This is just one of the other
victims, Patrick Bateman,
perhaps.
Patrick Bateman. Well, one of the other people he works with, because the card showdown was from all the people at work.
Oh, okay. It's not really a cream, more of a bone.
Exactly. An eggshell, a bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beyond Real number 1 from Vault Comics. Zach Kaplan writing that with Jorge Corona and 16 other people on art.
Why?
I'm not sure why, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people doing art, and I didn't feel like naming them all because I got tired after Jorge Corona.
Struggling artist June is injured in a severe car accident, leaves her boyfriend in a coma. Boyfriend in a coma, I know. Living in a computer simulation. No, not sure. How about Blood Run number 1? This is Scout Comics. Also looks.
Yeah, I talked about that one. I talked about that one when it was in the Lunar set.
Did you? Did I make fun of the art?
You just pretended like I wasn't even talking.
I don't think that's true.
Sorry.
But I do remember Twisted Metal and Death Race.
Mm-hmm.
Bloody Dozen.
I already talked about that as well.
That was up at the other. That's
Yep.
the problem with these distributors conflicts.
We also have a book, Drew, called Charred Remains, #1 from Mad Cave Comics.
All right.
A dark entity made of fire, smoke, and ash, the Fireman, blazes through a young girl's home, killing her entire family. Amy Durant swears she saw this supernatural creature, but no one believes her. Unfortunately, these past fears are reignited a decade later as her city goes up in flames. With no one else to rely on, Amy is forced to battle both Pastana and face the Inferno.
Interesting. How about Gumma? Beginning of Her is all these covers are creepy. This is from Titan Comics. Ji Hyung Lee, who also does the cover, and Nebetso Zetro. Well, these are some spooky covers, man.
Yeah, indeed.
I like them. I'm curious if the stories my alley at all.
Masterpiece #1 from Dark Horse, Brian Michael Bendis.
Cool.
Is this new or old?
You never know with him. Was this something that he did on Substack?
And the solicit is about 65 pages long. Comes an all-new crime comic epic. So, Bendis with a new crime comic epic for Dark Horse.
Okay, what's it called?
Masterpiece #1.
Oh, I missed that thing entirely.
And Tula Lote getting a cover B.
Alex Maleev doing interiors. Yeah, that's a good team. They did Scarlet, which was pretty good. Good for Dark Horse. Still relevant.
Yeah, good get. Quick Stops Series 2, Issue 1 from Dark Horse. Of course, Quick Stop being the Kevin Smith universe. The Clerks universe.
Oh, okay. Still don't watch that third one.
Rick and Morty present Rick in a Box. Issue 1. It's my Rick in a Box.
Valley of Death from Blood Moon Comics LLC. Just what you think it might be.
From our good friends at American Mythology, we have Silent Night, Deadly Night, Killer Santa #1 by Glenn Mowanek.
So ominous, Kyle.
Yeah. If you look at the cover C, it is a photograph variant of Santa murdering people.
Okay.
That's going to keep me up at night.
Yeah, for sure.
And we have a secret cover D, FOC.
It's a tough week for me. There's some good stuff in here.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Too much to choose from.
Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week, though, Drew.
Any other week, man, it would probably be Masterpiece, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's Bendis, or it might be the final issue of Moon Knight any other week, right? Mm-hmm. I got a Capullo Moon Knight cover that I could pick. But what a big fan of Stray Bullets I am, right?
I do, yeah.
I love Stray Bullets.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Stray Bullets meets Newburn type book by David Lapham and Maria Lapham, and it's like Stray Bullets. It's from the Stray Bullets team. I got to go with Underheist from Boom Studios.
Can't beat that.
For real. I gotta.
And I'm going with...
Let me guess. It's Star Wars. There were so many... Oh, you were so enamored with all the second prints, too. I don't know how you're going to choose.
I'm invoking the Aaron Churchill Memorial Ratio pick of the week.
Oh, my goodness.
For Superior Spider-Man Returns, #1. Second print, 1 in 25 incentive.
Okay. Let me get back up here. I got to find this. Because I don't think I even registered when you were talking about it.
Just like half the things I pointed out today, Drew had moved on.
The Bagley or the
Ken Lachey 25 copy incentive variant for Superior Spider-Man Returns #1, second printing.
Okay. That's not even gonna make your money back. You're crazy. All right.
It's not comics for fun and profit that are obvious. Sometimes you got to get a little squirrely.
Okay.
And we talked
all right. How long are we going to give you?
times.
How long are we going to give you for this to pay off? This is
Through January.
Wow.
Through January.
Okay. Because this could go down as one of your worst picks ever.
What did you picked a stupid book that only you care about, and you're throwing shade my way.
Yeah. Well,
you know what? I'm buying two of these
your
Moon
prophet.
Knight covers, and I'm lighting them on fire.
I'm fun, your prophet.
You do not typecast me.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see. That's right. Taking a chance there. Well, thank you for tagging along with Drew and myself as we argue our way through our sneak peek at next week and all the other things coming out in the world of comics. Head on over to patreon.com, find comics for fun and profit, find exclusives, ad-free items, bonus material. Hopefully Drew and I and some people will get to see some more of these movies and things come out, and we'll give you all of our review thoughts as soon as we can on those. Always available on Patreon for us. We appreciate you. For Drew and for myself, see ya.
Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics, Lake Country, Wisconsin's best pop culture destination for new comics, back issues, gaming, retro video games, vinyl, and figures. Give them a call, 262-569-9999. Check them out online at cowabungacomics.com or follow them on Twitter at Incredicow. They are our LCS, and we utilize their deep discount mail order service to bring Oconomowoc, Wisconsin closer to us. They'll take care of you. Tell them Drew and Kyle sent you. Say hi to Eric and James from us. If you need an LCS, you can't go wrong with Cowabunga Comics.